I lost. I don't know, but I think I put it somewhere and I don't know where it is, those little scissors. So, for the rescue, Vicky. So now, I think I will take some moment and I will wave an ends for this sock. I've done one already, and this is a coffee talk, I think, by Tracy. Now hello, after breakfast I had a time to wave an ends, you've seen. So hopefully I will record finished object videos. I have a few finished objects that I have to sit down and record. So I have two over here. And before Seb left, I was able to do a few rounds on this beautiful colorway with a name, with amazing name, Knitting I Love. Yeah, that's the name of this channel. So here it is. I'm not sure, can you hear that? That's Stefan, one of our cats. So this is how it knits up. Beautiful. So I did my new toe, and then I do 60 rounds, mark the area, and I think I go 45. And that'll be it. I think that's my go-to, I think. Yay, but time for things that, as I told you, I do house things. So I do a bit of, I have a pile of dishes because we were making a banana pie or cake. So Seb could take for a trip. That's also good things about trips. You can bake something like as an excuse. And I have loads of stuff to do, but probably this is what's going to happen. I'm going to clean, leave it for 30 minutes. Hopefully the thing will dry, and then I'll clean it again, wash it again. Yeah, a bit of gardening today too, so, and a bit of knitting, as always. I look a little bit tired. But I went outside and I sown, in the gardening terms, a few seeds. So obviously if you're interested about that, I will put a link down below to my gardening channel. Complete newbie, so if you've done it before, maybe check it out and you can give me some hints. I would really appreciate it. I've come up with that. I figure out that I have to learn anyway, so better to learn, or I would say make mistakes earlier than later. Anyway, I'm getting bold. I'm knitting only on one thing because I can't put it down, and I'm getting a little bit bold because I'm adding yellow, but this yellow is like a yellow. I don't even think that those colors, they're completely outside of my comfort zone, I think, but I'm feeling that they kind of work together. I'll show you the yellow. So this is the main color, this is a contrast color, and this is another contrast color. And I think this yellow I used to knit a potluck pullover. I think I got it from a Knit Crate yarn. This is a leftover from Diane, and this is a leftover from Diane. I think she made a shawl out of it. I don't know. Well, anyway, it'll be a beautiful shawl. Now I'm drinking this tea. I've never drank, I think, this one before. Black tea chai. I'm not sure. Am I a fan of chai? It's something between herbal teas and black tea. Taste-wise for me, anyway. I kind of diluted it. So my thing is 250 50 millimeters, and I add some bit more. I got this in a swap from Caroline. Anyway, Caroline, if you're watching, let me know. confirm. Was that you? Oh, I need to come up with some organizing system, marking tape or something like that. I'll be putting tapes and writing. But and this mug I got during our trips around Ireland, and I got this mug in Clifton. So go definitely check Clifton. If you're in Ireland and you're near Clifton, check. It's a little town, but they have really good few shops, and you can have a nice food up there, and they have like loops that you can drive your car, and they're very very nice views. Today is kind of a meh day. I would actually go to sleep. I hope you're knitting something interesting. Let me know down below. And if you found an interesting channels, let me know down below too. I discovered, again, I'm on the kind of the vintage vibe still. I discovered this channel. Hopefully I find it. But wow. Wow. The videos are showing how women or men were dressed in the certain centuries, or if they were holding certain occupations. Quite interesting, I think. And you know, they have our undergarments, they have layers. The videos are amazing, and I truly recommend you to go and check it out. You will be just in love. Like, you know, how much preparation women and men probably put to how they looked. And now these days I just, you know, I just wake up and I look this way. So maybe that will encourage me to look better or put more effort into how I look every day. Anyway, it's so interesting. I love it. So far I was browsing through the book, and it's really nice to watch it. But I can't find anything that would kind of spark that I would want to knit it. Although Helen's patterns are beautiful. Helena, this lady, so maybe Beverly Page. Over here, her ladies, this lady, patterns are amazing. As I mentioned, she had also a YouTube channel, so hello to her if she watches. Maybe. Yeah, check her out. Beautiful, beautiful photos. That's that. Let me know what you're up to. So here it is. Here it is. This is the channel, Crow's Eye Productions, and hopefully I'll have a link. If not, just put it into YouTube. And you have all the ladies getting ready, and definitely watch this, getting dressed in World War One British soldier. So you will see knitted socks, knitted gloves, but they're like for trigger. About the knitting actually during World War One, it's something really, really cool. I probably spend loads of hours watching videos on this channel. So again, Crow's Eye Productions. I'm thinking of doing this. This is onion peels. This is something that I got from Suzanne. And also this. So one is green and one is red. Although I'm not sure, do I have to emphasize it with something? I don't have any, what you call it, mom, I don't know. Before you dye, you put yarn into. So either red or either green. And to be honest, I was thinking to put maybe red with onion peels. Today is a different day, and I feel, I would say from 1 till 10, around 8. And I think once I accomplish something, I feel even better. And today I was thinking we're going to dye some yarn. As you can see, this is merino, and you may not know, but it's merino, 100% merino. I got it in somewhere in Connemara, and it's 200 grams each. I tried to dye it with the, I think, onion peels. I didn't have probably enough to get a nicer color. And my friend Suzanne sent me something, I think, a year ago to my mess. This is my kind of whips. And kicks yarn. Changing the subject. So yeah, so this is 400 grams. I'm not sure will I have enough, but I was told now on Instagram that I should treat the thing that I got. I'll show you. These two as you would do a tea. So I'm going to put it to the big pot and kind of steer it, that's the word, for like an hour to get all the juices out of this. I'm not going to go with green. I'm going to go with red. And I'm not sure, should I add this there? I'm tempting to do this. And so maybe that will kind of increase the color. I'm hoping to get something dark, red, brownish. I don't really mind. So I'm kind of excited, and at the same time I'm kind of, eek, what am I doing? Okay. So now, just to let you know, sometimes to use some kind of chemicals, you can increase the color of the yarn, changing the pH of the water. I think I'm saying it right. Completely could be wrong, but I understand. You know, you can get iron, aluminium, I think alum, and something else, or sodium. I think sodium would be the less stressed or something. I'm not sure even iron, aluminium will be in regards to pH, but definitely sodium. Baking soda, or kind of something aesthetic, so I don't know, lemon juice would change, I think, the color. And I think the, what they call it, the how long is going to connect would be alum on iron. Those two are more like a velcro sensation thing, isn't it? To kind of get the color into the wool. Do I understand that right? I'm complete newbie, so don't take anything I'm saying here for like a science thing. But well, you know what? The science will do itself. And I think I'm going to mix those two together to get as dark as I can. My babies! I completely don't know what I'm doing, but I put 4 liters over here because I thought 400 grams of yarn, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to put my onion in there. This is how it looks, and I'm going to add this. So check the screen now for the name and everything. Fields Purple Matter. This is what it is. Ooh, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Now this is my plan, this bucket, to throw the essence, so that juice from those planty things, and then fill it with a warm water and put it in yarn and leave it for like 24 hours. I will not be using heat, so we shall see how much I'm going to get. Hopefully it's not a waste. Okay, so just to show you how it looks, so here it is. So now this is how the color looks like. So you could see there's some kind of beige yellowish tones in it. Now, so here is a pot. So I didn't pre-soak. I'm just putting it in. It's like not so much of a, what do you call it, space. And add some water. Probably I shouldn't. Okay, I think that's that. Thank you so much for your orders. And meanwhile, what I'm doing in the kitchen, I'm drawing this up beautiful yarn. It came, I don't know, hard to say. What color is it? It's just to dry it nicely. I finish a hat. Maybe I'll show you in a sec, to be honest. And I'm back to my Novelli sweater. So I woke up quite early in the morning, around before 7 a.m. with a bit of a headache, so I couldn't sleep, and I decided to work on this beauty and listen to some podcasts. So yay, nice. But obviously I have loads of things to do at home, so I probably just join. So I'm at the joining point of here, and that's that. So if you're watching this for the first time, this is Colourwork Sweater Novelli by Caitlin Hunter. It's worked in the round from the bottom up. You work first to do colour work. You switch needle sizes over here, and then you switch to one colour. You knit it in a round, then you split for the front and the back. First you knit the back, I think, and then you knit the front, and the next section is to join for the upper shoulders sections. That's how much I have done so far, so I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're knitting any sweaters. If you have any sweaters on your needles, let me know, because obviously once I finish this one, I will want to knit something. And you've probably seen that I am dyeing yarn, and it's Aran weight yarn. So any suggestions what I can knit, please help me out and leave a comment down below. Thank you. Okay, so I need to take a break. I did one side, and unfortunately, life is calling, so bye bye knitting, and see you in a while. And here it is. You can have a sneak peek of my new design. I'm still not sharing the name because I'm not sure when I'm going to publish it. My test knit is I'm knitting it, and I was knitting it too. I made some modifications, but I'm not sure will be included in the pattern. What I'm going to do, I'm going to record finished object video, and I'm going to show you this one too and say what I've done over here just to speed things up, let's say it that way. I want to go ahead with before my test knitters to get to the creases to make sure that I have everything right and correct the things that I didn't have. So that's that. All this hat is fingering weight hat, and all that this yarn is from leftovers. So 2019. Now we have another day, so my format, I'm just putting everything together. And yesterday before work I got an amazing package, and I was emotionally touched, so I didn't record anything, and I wasn't sure who sent it to me. I contacted the shop, and they were so nice, and they told me that they were involved in something. So I got a yarn from this beauty, Yona Craft Shop, and it's a beautiful note, and it's just touched my heart. And when I showed you the yarn, and you've been watching me for a while, you'd be like, oh right, you've mentioned this. So basically during Edinburgh Yarn Festival, I got a yarn which I knitted this sweater. But I didn't get a colour that I fell in love with, and the colour was red. And I fell in love in the red colour because they had a beautiful sweater. So, you see sample one. And because the blend of the yarn itself, there's like more than 7 breeds, I think, if I still have that thing. Some of the fibres don't dye the same way, so they give that amazing grayish brownish shade, so it's not completely flat color, and it just brings life, I would say. So this is the beauty, and this is the yarn. So I'm planning to knit Christmas jumper. I've never owned a Christmas jumper, so I want it to be kind of nice and special. I was thinking to maybe designing some, but things has happened, and my brain is not really the best with now with like coming up with fresh new things, although I would love to have something made or designed by myself, but we shall see. I need a few days probably. But I have few things in mind, but basically what I'm looking for a sweater that the gauge will be 18, 20 stitches. I think I got 18 stitches with the Gwen Win sweater that I've knitted. But you know what, 20 will be fine too. That way I will know that I'll have that extra bit of positive ease. I have a sweater in mind. I haven't purchased it yet, but I'm thinking of it. I'm giving myself a few days because I don't want to act, as an impulse, but I love every design, well, almost every design of that designer. So yeah, I think I'm getting into the theme, something like this, but we shall see how it goes. If you know any sweaters that you've seen and you would want to kind of recommend me, you can send me write down below, or tag me on Instagram, or send a link to me on Ravelry. Don't forget we have the Knitting I Love group, and we have a chatter thread over there, so you can mention there too. And oh, it's just the best. So that cone is 598 grams. I used the cone before when I have this thing, so I'm going to weight this, and I'm going to tell you now how heavy it is. So in case you get a cone one day from this shop, you will know how much yarn you actually have in a cone. So now that is 45 grams. And I kept this because I think, you know, if I see them bending somewhere or something, I can always return them. This nice plastic bit, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. It's kind of bulky to send it by post, but so far I'm keeping it because it's so pretty and they definitely can reuse it, right? So why? I knitted Novelli. So I have here a special bag. That's how much yarn I have from them. And this is my Gwenwyn colour. And I got an extra 100 gram skein during your Edinburgh Yarn Festival, but I wasn't sure what to do with it. And I kept this because it's amazing. And you could see over here, breed of sheep. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I was right. 7 types of sheep. It's mixed and then dyed. And if you don't know where that is, it's over here in UK. So amazing. I would, yeah. And I love the way it was knitting up. That was 2-ply, I think it's the same. So even the lace was coming up so beautifully, and this is what I was worried about in regards to 100% wool, but it's just popping up like crazy. And I got loads of comments during Woolen Festival because I was able to buy yarn in Edinburgh Yarn Festival, knit a sweater, and then present it beautifully during the Woolen, which is a yarn festival in Dublin. And I got loads of compliments. People weren't sure what I was wearing, and that was really cool. So I have those 2 colors. I probably go to Iona Instagram and website and see if they've ever blended red with those 2 colors. So maybe I would go with color work, or maybe I will just go with a texture pattern. At the moment I have a texture pattern in mind. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because the yarn is so special. I wanted to kind of put some extra special things into it, like you know, sometimes there's no ideas. So thank you so much for everyone So thank you so much for everyone who was involved in this little thing. It doesn't say who sent it to me, like I said, but there was a lovely note, and I dig into my sources, and so the only thing I can say is thank you so much. It couldn't come the better time. I think that's how they say it. Anyway, I'm over here because I'm going to record a few finished object video. So when you're watching this, hopefully I will put one today because I finished a few things and I'm going to record it. Okay, let's do this. So if you're interested in what I have knitted so far, you can check the links down below. That's the link that leads you to my project page on Ravelry. If you don't have Ravelry, if you're not a knitter, you still can click on it. You will see the pictures, what I've knitted, but if you wanted to click and read more, you would need to register to Ravelry. So that's that. Other than that, on this YouTube channel, you can find playlists, and I that's why I record finished object videos, all the knitwear that I knitted, and sort them by hats, gloves. Well, I haven't knitted gloves so much, but yeah, hats, sweater, garments, I think I called it, socks, shawls, hats, and so on. So check it out. Okie dokie, I recorded 3 finished object videos, and 3 of them are socks. One is a tuck and stitch socks for Seb. Another one is a pattern socks, and the third one is like me playing with the design
ages ago, and I don't have time or strength to write down, publish, and test it. So I don't want to wait any longer, and by posting that, hopefully in the future, you'll tell me, is it worth it? You'll tell me, do you like it or not? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit a previous episode that you've probably seen, because if you're seeing this one, you've watched the other one, hopefully. And yeah, and maybe have some food and so on, so on. So that's basically how my day rolls. If I have a moment, I do a bit of knitting. If I have a moment, I do a bit of editing. If I have a moment, I eat. Yeah. Alright, because of the finished object video, I try to look better than usual, and you may notice this beauty on me. This is Guan Win sweater, and if you're interested what's that about, go check my Ravelry page, and you will even have a link in that project page to my finished object video, so you'll see it in a glory. And this is a sweater actually that I knitted with a yarn that I've just showed you, the Yona. So nice. 100% wool and such a beautiful lace definition, don't you think? And here are my leftovers. So I have probably like a 100 gram leftover from this sweater. Now a bit of a thank you to those who shop in my online shop. I'm going to send your orders today. Meanwhile, as I've recorded finished object videos and I could grab the needles that I was using there, I'm going to knit a socks because it's fun. And this yarn I got from Denise from Denise Knits. She came into the Knitting Europe group and she went to a thread swap, and she wrote down that she would want to swap with someone, and to tease us even more, she posted the yarn that she has for a swap, and I just couldn't resist and I swapped with her. And this little one I got from Diane, so Denise and Diane, and I have needles over here. I'm doing magic loop, toe up on the longer cord, and I switched to 9 inches. And I received also a tea, so I'm going to include it into the bag. So while I'm knitting on it and I have a possibility to make myself a tea, I will drink them. So thank you so much. I got these from Denise. So I have America over here and Canada over here. Yes, so cool. I'm going with this bag. It served me well with coffee talk. And I'm taking this keychain for a zipper. And just in case you're wondering where I keep it, how I sort it out, I just basically got this. My friend didn't want it, so she gifted it to me. And I just put pins and I just hang them, so I see I have mittens. Oh, I haven't knitted mittens for a while. Sweater over here. I have socks, must knit, socks, mittens, hat. Knitting I love, that's my one. Toy, and so on. Anyway, there's more in the shop, so if you're interested, check that out. And also I have some buttons over here. So yeah, just in case maybe you're wondering how to store things, and this is the cool stuff. And also I have this little in my shops that they hold my progress keepers. Also on the ring I keep a few. I need normally 2 when I'm knitting, you know, one at a time. One to mark the beginning of the round, and then I'm moving it up, and then I'm marking the heel, and then obviously I still need to continue with marking the beginning of the round, and I need a second one. So basically 2 for me. And what I do, what a beautiful color. Look at this color. Isn't it beautiful? I think it's way better than this one, isn't it? Check this out before dyeing. And now look again. Lovely. It's not a red, to be honest, but it's not pink. It's not brown. Something between. Next day, and just to let you know that I finished joining over here. So if you're knitting this pattern, just to let you know that when I was over here, the designer corrected the error. I think I put quite an information in the last episode. So I changed the size of the needles, but according to the now information, you don't have to do it. Well, you don't do it. And then there is, once you finish the front and the back, the pattern tells you to join the front and back right side together and do certain stitch to connect the edges. However, then the pattern doesn't. Now, hello everyone. Next day, and I had a bit of time to knit, and now let me show you what I've done so far with Novelli sweater. So here it is. In the last episode, I was telling you that I changed the needle size for the part that you split for the arms, and unfortunately that was an error, and the designer corrected it. There was loads of actually, a pattern. There was loads of actually sweaters knitted already, so it was quite unusual that it hadn't been spotted before. And then there is another issue that I kind of struggle with. It's nothing, not big deal, but in the pattern it tells you to connect front and back together, facing the right side, and then join it. And to do it from one side and do it on the other side. How to do it, it's in the pattern, I won't be telling you. But then without saying, are you staying on the wrong side or you should be flipping on the right side, it just says to pick up stitches for the color and do something. So I presumed it is on the right side. I tried to see the photos, but check it out, this one and this one. It's not really clear photo. But I presume it was picked up and done something on the right side. So now I'm at the stage that I'll be doing sleeves. That's how much yarn I have left. I have actually a bit more, but I don't really count this. This is just like that. Emergency, let's say. So I divided it to 2 equal, and that 31 gram each. So I'm going to knit it as long as it lets me. Because then we change for a different color, and that way I will use all of it. So now my dilemma is that I use smaller needles, and now the pattern tells me to use main needles, and I'm not sure what I should be doing because of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to count how many rows I have over here. And because even though I knitted size 5, I extended this for size 6 because my arms are a little bit bigger than probably standard. So that's my goal. This is what I'm going to do, just to pick up and see where we at. But before I start and sit down and relax for a bit, this is the hat that Suzanne knitted for me. And Suzanne is the person who gave me the dyeing material, natural one. And I still have that red colour, or brownish colour, in the bucket. And I think I could put this there and get probably some pinkish colour. I want to try. I wore it for a year and I'm going to dye over it, and then I have a plan that I will wear it for a year and I will over dye it with different color. So that's every year I will have a different hat, even though it's the same. Isn't it pretty? This is a free pattern, Fravolki. That's how it's with F, and that's how you're gonna find it. So beautiful. I tried to knit it. It meant to be our kind of join. Knit along thing, just 2 of us, but I failed with the cables, and she knitted a hat for herself, and then she decided to knit one for me because it cheered me up. How cute. Here it is. I left it for a few days and something gathered. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove it. There are still a few bits. I have some kind of thing that I got, but it's not stainless steel, so you could see that it created a rust. So I kept it for things like this. And now it's back into the pot, and I'm going to keep it on and I'm trying to heat it up anyway.
Look, you guys, I'm fancy. Look at that. It's I don't know, are those bamboo or something?
So now if you're interested in who that is, search for this title. She's hilarious.
These are quartz. I'm scared to get them too close because it doesn't focus. Well, my pale hand doesn't help. So this is plucky. I know that. This is, I don't know. I want to say it's I have a moon tarot card. The moon, which is Pisces tarot card, which is why I made that. And then I made...
Now, as you can see, it's kind of steaming, and I'm not sure how hot it is. So I'm planning to take some, put it on this pan. Nah, it's too hot. Because I don't want to destroy the hat. Anyway, okay, I'm going to set another 10 minutes.
It's 20 stitches in 4 inches on size 4s. I can't remember exactly, but I think I was at like 26, 28, 26, 26, I think. I did another gauge swatch. How's the best way to show you guys this? I did another gauge swatch at 6, which is 2 needle sizes.
How to put the finger not to get it dyed. Okay, I think I'll put the hat in now. Oh, it's hot. It is hot. Eek. Maybe too hot. We shall see. Done. So now I moved it into the utility room and we'll stay here until tomorrow. And I'm hoping to get maybe a dusty pink. But you know what? You never know. Hopefully I'm not felting this beautiful hat. If I do, I'm so apologetic. Suzanne, forgive me. Well, hopefully I'm not. I'm not touching it. That's the thing. Even if you put something to very hot water, well, they say do not move it or do anything like that. Because you need 2 factors to felt the wool. Do you know those factors? Write them down below. Yeah, just for future generations. Yeah, just for future generations. Okay, I need to look better. Maybe I'll wash my hair. I pick up stitches, and as you know, I have a dilemma because I changed for the smaller size, so my rows are different, and I did a border with a slip stitch. So basically, there is a V on the side of my sleeves so I can pick up, but that means that I'm picking up every second row. And this gives me 32 and 32, it gives me 64 stitches. No way is the number from the pattern, so I just need to do a quick calculation for myself what I'm going to get. So let me see if I have a quite good brain. So basically I have 64 stitches and I don't have a clue how big that is, although I know that 24 stitches gives me 10 centimeters. So basically 64 by 10, that's 640 stitches. I have to divide by 24, which is what did I say? 64 no, 64 multiplied by 10, 640 divided by 24. That gives me 26 centimeters. My arm is 33. That's not enough, isn't it? The pattern tells me I should have more stitches, definitely. So I want to spread them evenly. So let's say I have 32 stitches on one side. If I create an extra stitch every second row, well, not a row, you know, that's a slide stitch. So basically that means that 32 divided by 2, that's give me 16. 32 plus 16, that's 48, plus 48, because we have front, that gives me 96 stitches. That will be now 96 stitches. You're with me, right? So 960 divided by 24, that gives me 40 centimeters. My arm is 33, so I will have 7 centimeters more, which will be like 3.5 centimeters in the front and the back. That'd be quite good. Quite a lot would it be? Unless I go with the smaller needles and I do this and I don't have a clue about my gauge. Well, actually I could know because it's turned around and this was flat, so no way I could probably estimate. So I think even though I put it on, I will have to take it off. That was math. I hear you. Better have it bigger than too small. I'm doing it. Oh yeah, I wash my hair. Let's start again. Now, so learn on my mistake. Count how many rounds you have. If you've done a slip stitch border, or even if you didn't, you can kind of do that math and figure out how many stitches you need. Even though the pattern tells you to have slightly different, you will for sure know what you're getting into, and especially that you've already knitted the body, so you can recheck your gauge. Although I know it's not a blocked one and your stitches can stretch, so I can have even the bigger arms. Well, better bigger than smaller, isn't it? Yeah, so do that, my recommendation. Okie dokie, I still haven't dried my hair, but I pick up stitches, and I was picking it without really counting. I was going every second, so I now have, I did in one round, and I have 95 stitches. So going again, if I get 95 stitches, multiply by 10, and get the number of stitches that I get in the gauge, well, in the body. So I divided by 24, which gives me, come on, 39 centimeters. My arm is 33, so would I want to narrow it down? 33, that's 6 centimeters a positive ease. What I can do now, because it's just the beginning, I could decrease, and I could decrease under the armpit, and if I take, but I have to write it down, so I'll do exactly the same thing on the second sleeve. Just bear in mind, if you do the same thing, it's not in the pattern. Basically, pattern tells you to knit certain section at a certain inches, centimeters, and then the pattern tells you just pick up the stitches and number of stitches. Doesn't tell you how you need to do it. And that thing that, it doesn't say, whatever. It doesn't say, but definitely you pick it up from the right side of the garment. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So if I decrease by 5 stitches, so I'll have a 90 stitches. That's give me 37 centimeters. Well, 37 and a half. And 33, that's give 4.5 centimeters positive ease, which would be like 2 centimeters here and there. Do I like that? I think I like that, but I would need to decrease 5 stitches. It's quite uneven, so if I go 2 stitches on both sides now in my second round, I'll keep it, so I'll have 91 stitches overall. What do you think? I hope it's okay. We shall see how it goes. At least you will know by my modifications or adding things to the pattern. Do you like it or not? And you may do it too. Okay. Let's knit for a bit and then dry my hair, because that's how I rock. Dishes washed. I washed the dishes already. Watching Chevril. She knows everyone butchers her name, so I really apologize. I hope my camera will be able to show you this. So this is how it pick up stitches with slip stitch method for the border looks like. It's not included in the pattern again. It's just, it's for me, I think would be way easier. You may notice my way of picking up. Again, the pattern does not tell you how to pick up, but what I do, you may notice that I'm knitting through one row, and then I'm creating 2 stitches in the next underneath it. So this is how it looks. Hopefully you can see this. Tell me, let me know down below. I think it's a nice effect. Dried my hair, and do you see Mickey Mouse over here? Or it's just me? Very important. Just goes like this. Right, so for me it's just to knit. The pattern tells me to knit for a certain length, and I'm not sure how much yarn I have, and am I going to continue that for slightly longer. But with this thing, it's so good because I can probably, when I get to that stage, to put it on and check it. Now, anything else I need to do today? I did all that stuff. I knit for a bit. I watched a podcast. I have recorded a finished object video. So I've published already one since the last episode, which was Seb's socks, and he loves them, wears them, and adores them, and he really likes the colour.
because that's his kind of colors. And so now, as I mentioned on the screen, there's information. I knitted them with 70 rounds for foot and 40 for the cuff. He wanted a lower, and that would mean that probably around 25 rounds and a ribbing. Obviously I don't include ribbing into those 70 40 and 70 25. So probably that'll be in the future. I have 2 other balls, but would I knit with the same yarn again? It's quite good, to be honest. It's sturdy and I don't have anything bad to say about it. And I really like the dyeing pattern yarn thing. Right, and I have a crown again. Mickey Mouse with a crown. Anyway, so now I think I'll do that, and then I will have to set myself for work, because that's all pleasure. Do I have any hairdressers over there? Like, do you know what to do with hair? Mine look very dull. Although I heard that, you know, it's kind of, I don't dye or anything like that, so you could see all my history over here, according to minerals and stuff like that. That's what I heard, that you can actually take your hair and test your past. So hello, you could see a little bit of a mess over here, but maybe this actually shows the proper color for the yarn that I dyed. So here it is. I got it, I think when the boys were hiking or something like that, in Irish yarn shops. So basically, I know some of you are coming into Ireland and you're asking me some questions and stuff like that. So I'm trying my best to answer, although I'm such a bad in placing or names or stuff like that. That's why I like vlogging and writing down the name once we finish. I should probably know the name when we're there, but sometimes, you know, let's be honest, I don't. But Seb knows everything, and then he lets me know, and then I can retrack. Because of that. So in playlists you can have counties over here on this channel. I know it's a knitting channel and it's kind of a mess, so I hope that YouTube is going to sort playlists a little bit better, so you could categorize them to, you know, like put subcategories, that you could do subcategories. That's what I want to say. So anyway, so this is the color and I think it's beautiful. And you're asking about this Iona yarn red. Check this out. So the natural dye, this is merino, 100% merino, and this is a mixture of 7 types of sheep, or I should say breed. I don't have my lights on, but you could see this rich red, but it's not solid, it's not unicolor. It literally has that depth, that 3D thing, because of those mixtures. It's just so beautiful, so beautiful. I still haven't, I have a one kind of pattern in mind that I could knit, but I'm also struggling because I would want to have my own thing. Anyway, we shall see how that goes. I would love to have 2 days to kind of rewind and, you know, not have to worry about stuff. But anyway, so the other thing is that I went to my stash, and I have a deep stash. This Flora one is 03 and another one is 12. I got it a few years ago. This is blend of wool and alpaca together, or just alpaca. What does it say? 65% wool, 35% alpaca, so there it's a mixture, and I was thinking to maybe knit something with it. That's 400 grams of fingering weight. So we shall see how that goes, but you know, I have so many things that I would want to cast on, and actually there's even a bag with a caked yarn for me to start, so the list is long. So yeah, I think I'm going to finish like this. I hope you enjoy this format. I know it's not perfect. I know sometimes I don't have light, sometimes I'm in the shadow, but I think it's way better because I can share actual progress, and those small bits, like for instance picking up stitches, kind of glimpse through my mind, and I don't really focus so much on those things. And I think those details are the one thing that I think knitters at some level, or even beginners, are wondering, what on earth should I be doing when it says pick up stitches? What does it mean, pick up stitches? Yeah, and how I should spread them through the fabric and so on and so on. I think that's kind of a challenging thing. So let me know, how did you like this segment, this episode? Let's call them episodes. And I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, give me that like so I know that you enjoyed it. And until next one. Bye. P.S. I normally don't share stuff like this, but just to let you know, there's something going in the background, and I may not be myself, but hopefully things will be sorted, things will get better, and that's that. Enjoy knitting. Bye.
Look at this. It doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore. Stop working. That's it. Bye-bye. I'm not letting you go. We will try to fix you, obviously.